Good morning. I'm here talking with Mr. DeQuante Mason, teacher and coach at Hopewell High School, and he will be transitioning as the full-time coach at Charles City High School Panthers. And it's a great honor and pleasure for me to be with him this morning and to have this time to chat with him just a little bit as he transitions. Mr. DeQuante Mason, how do you feel this morning, sir?
I'm good. I'm
You
really
look,
good.
you look good, brother. You look excited, sir.
Yeah,
You look
yeah,
excited. Well, and right to this, you'll be going to another high school in the Virginia area. I wanted to believe that you have done your research and things like this going towards the school. And what is your take on your transitioning? How do you see this? But first of all, I would like to ask you, besides that question, I would like to ask you, what was it like for you being at Hopewell High School as a coach and as a player the time that you were here?
Well, first, I want to thank God to give me this opportunity to actually coach anywhere. It's a very truly blessing for me to coach and continue to do what I love to do. But yeah, I used to play here. It was fun. I think the most unique thing is when I did play here, the head coach here now was my coach when I played here as well. So I learned a lot from him on and off the floor. And it's just very exciting to learn a lot as a student here and as an adult here and to, move on to better things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you were a player here as well.
Yes.
What was your effect amongst your players? How did you all manage to come together to play as a team and not with your individual talents? What did you learn under the coach here as you were a player?
Well, pretty much they had to adjust. One of the coaches had to adjust to what I like to do, which is shoot a lot. But the players, we grew up together. It was just like, we play in the park and then we come to the school and play in the school. So we was already like brothers and, very unique and, it's not that many parks out here in Hopewell. So every day was pretty much basketball or football. So we all got along and we knew each other's strengths and weaknesses and spots on the floor. So it made it easy for us to know how we can play together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who was your favorite NBA team?
Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics.
All day long.
The Boston Celtics.
Yes.
Yeah, Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
How you managed to come up with the Boston Celtics? That was the Chicago Bulls at one time.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you?
Well, I started liking the Celtics when it was like the big three with Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen. I really like Kevin Garnett. He was like the engine of the team. His mentality. He didn't care about anybody. He's not trying to be friends with people and stuff like that. And he was always hungry. And I felt like that's how I was growing up when I started playing. Like I was always hungry. I was trying to figure out where my next outfit was gonna come from, or and stuff like that, and everything. So I really picked up on how Kevin Garnett really had his attitude in the game, and that's how my attitude was too. I just wasn't very vocal about it. It was all in my mind. So I wasn't no trash talker or nothing like that. So yeah.
How do you see yourself as a coach?
How I see myself as a coach, on how I saw myself as a player. I was a point guard. I could see the floor and stuff, so it was more of like, I adjust to the game. I'm a big adjuster, and to coach is to help the kids do whatever it is that they need to do on the floor and off the floor. So I tend to give something to get something back. So I tend to play all players if I could play all players. I would definitely do that, just so they can get the feel of it and they can understand that I'm trusting them. So if they feel like, okay, coach is trusting me to do this, I need to put more effort into it then, you know.
Yes, sir.
So I'm ready. I'm excited. I know a lot of coaches, it's gonna look like I don't know what I'm doing, but trust me, I think that's the best part about it. Like, they don't know what I'm able to bring. I don't tell a lot of things and I don't show a lot of things. So I only show it when it's time to show it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So being that you've had that experience of being a player, a coach, as well as your professional and college tenure as a player, you're going to be a coach. How does that reflect your relationship with your son? You have a son who's a sports-oriented kid, and he's doing well in school. How do you see that relationship now that you're transitioning now as a coach with bigger kids and at another school?
Well, I think it's good because my son, he plays. So, you know, when I'm at practice, he at practice. You know, I wish I could take a lot more time to train him and everything, but I know I have to do that on the side of training him. Sometimes I just want to get him to understand the difference, you know. When we on the court, I'm your coach, you know, but when we at home, I'm your father, you know. And I try not to be too hard on him and stuff, but I am hard on him because that's how I grew up. I had to really go get it, but you know, everything that I had to go get paved the way for him to have, and he don't have to go get. So he's not that hungry, you know, player that I was, and I have to adjust to that. I have to still have faith and understand that the game would come to him, if not the same way, but better than I played. It's just going to take a little more developing for him, because he didn't have to go out here and get it at a young age like I did. So he loved the sport. I just want to make sure I don't push him too much to where he don't want to play and he don't love it. But he loved being around the older guys. He loved warming up with them, sitting on the bench. He's a big guy to be in the game. So I really think it's like a blessing, you know, because it goes hand in hand. You know, I can still be a father to him and just keep him around the game as much as possible. You know, so I think it's really good for that.
So that's great. So now you have the opportunity to go into another community. And the community is small but large, and you will be the figure of sports, the hope for a lot of the players, male and female as well, programs, 2 different programs. How do you perceive the community as far as your coaching? Is the community within the hope of your coaching that you can gravitate the community to see that sports not only offers money, but sports also takes work ethics, academically as well as work ethics in sports? And yourself being a father and a teacher and a coach, what would you present to the Hopewell, to the Charles City community that will allow them to see coaching in this way differently, where there is great hope for their child to want to even come to Charles City High School, and not just Charles City, but all around?
Yeah, I want to wake them up. I'm not saying that they're sleeping, but I really want to bring a different type of energy to that city. I'm basically moving from city to city. Charles City is a smaller version of Hopewell, but I'm really to just bring some energy towards that school, towards the players. They just started their football season again, and they haven't had a football team within 3 years due to the pandemic and stuff. So I really want to bring a different atmosphere and a different environment to that school. I'm ready. I'm very excited, and I think all the kids and stuff is going to feed off the coach, and it starts with the coach. So you know, they didn't win a game last year. I've been studying them and been watching them and stuff like that, and I realized the areas and angles that I had to come towards them for them to be disciplined. So I'm really looking forward to like getting my hands in. I'm very grateful and thankful of them inviting me to actually become a coach in their city. I met a lot of people already out there, and they really putting their trust in me and believing in me that, you know, things can change and people can get back out there and people can really show their talents and understand that it's no favoritism, no politics, none of that stuff when it comes down to me. It's strictly going to be, if you're determined, I trust you, I can push you farther than wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go, I can definitely try to get you there. But you got to trust me as well as I got to trust you. So I'm ready to fill a gym up and, you know, come with a certain type of energy that they haven't had in a very long time.
Well, I assume, Mr. DeQuante Mason, that you will have a whole lot of cameras and Friday night lights on you, as well as Charles City High School, the basketball team, from what you're saying and your research and what is taking place after COVID, and a lot of things are taking place in the sports arena, as we see in colleges, football, basketball, and of course the NBA. And I'm willing to believe that the community is really ready for you. You're a dynamic teacher, as well as you talk about the game. And I believe you're bringing something great to the Charles City community that they have never seen before. And I'm willing to believe also that there will be nights you will have to answer phones from various colleges as to your teammates. So that says a lot. And you bringing a lot to the game, more so to the community and to the players alike. And I'm glad to have this interview with you. And welcome to the Charles City community and all that you bring and all that you will do. And we're looking forward to a great future and hearing more from you all.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's been
Thank
a
you.
pleasure. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. DeQuante Mason, the new Charles City High School coach and teacher. Have a great day.